Hey everybody, just here working on the Ranger. So I bolted those motor mount plates that I made to the engine. I got hardware, finally. Bolted those to the engine, and then I went under and I took the old motor mounts off the Ranger, pulled the cushions off, so I just used just the mount part that bolts the tower part that bolts onto the cross member. Bolted those on, and now I tacked a plate on. Woof. This is gonna be hard to see. Okay, so I tacked a plate on to the top of them. So you can see the bracing I welded on there. Just tacked this plate on there. That's the motor mount plate that I made, that I mounted on. Then I made those barrels, and then I also made the bushings that go on the inside. So this is where I'm at. This is the driver's side, so I need to make another piece of angle iron like this to go on to this side, and then I'll cut those two pieces of rod off there, grind that up all nice, shape these pieces of angle iron on each side to make them a little nicer. I'll fully weld all this onto here. Then I can take the bolt off there, bolt those back onto the engine, slip these on there, slide the bolt through, and then there's motor mounts. So it's going to be basically the same kind of deal on the other side. I'll show you that when I get there. Okay, so there's the motor mount on the driver's side, all done. I just need to grind it a little bit and paint it and fix that little icky booger weld right there. Otherwise, all the welds are pretty good. So I'll wait till I get the other side made, and then I'll pull the engine, clean up the motor mounts, paint them, patch in that cutout piece on the cross member and on the frame rail, and then I'll be able to assemble the flywheel, pressure plate, throw bearing, all that stuff. And I'll put a new clutch slave cylinder in it too. So now I'm working on the passenger side. This is the same procedure I did on the other side, same exact way I did it. I just put that factory Ford Ranger mount back on there, that tower mount. And then I have a piece of plate. I tack welded that piece of plate on there. I welded that barrel onto the motor mount there, and I'll take and tack that plate on a few more spots, and I'll take some round stock and I'll weld it between the barrel and the plate, and then it'll all be in one piece. I'll unbolt it and then I'll weld it all up. So I'll do a little bit of tacking here, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done tacking it. There's what it looks like when you pull it out of there. So that's was mounted to the engine, and then this was mounted to the frame. So I just come in there and I tacked it all together, tacked that to hold the distance and the angle. Now I'll make the pieces that come down to here on both sides to hold that all together. Then I'll cut these off, and I'll grind these welds off, and I'll clean it all up, weld it all up, and I'll let you see what that looks like. And there it is, all done. I could probably trim it up so it's not square, make it look a little neater, but it's fully welded out. It's all braced and supported. You can see the brace underneath there, so it's not just floating in midair. But as soon as I pull the engine out, now I can paint those up, and if I want to make them look pretty, I can make them look pretty. So now that I got all the motor mounts done and the transmission mount done, I'm gonna have to pull the engine back out so I can do clutch, pressure plate, throwout bearing, flywheel, finish putting all the bolts in the adapter plate and all that good stuff, get it all back together, and then I'll weld up the frame, that little chunk I took there, and then the cross member, I'll weld all that up, plate it all, and rebrace it all, get that all looking good again. That'll be it for this video. The rest of the videos are in the playlist right here, so go check them out. Like, subscribe. Have a great day.